I stand here today with a business that I think is financially stronger, it's more streamlined, and it's much more focused on connectivity and our direction. And that gives us an opportunity to think about this inflection point or this pivot. Because our focus is now on building the largest, highest capacity, converged broadband network with the lowest marginal cost in the United States. We have no intention of slowing our momentum. We're continuing to work on our cost structure and re-engineer it. We're continuing to work to improve our networks, and we're continuing to improve our product portfolio. And I tell you, just think about where we're going to end up starting in 2020 and finishing this decade in 2029. We started in 2020 with about 18 million fiber pass locations. You're going to hear us today talk about over 50 million passed fiber locations. We'll move from about 300 million pops of 4G LTE in 2020 to over 300 million pops on 5G, plus most of the rest of the nation will be covered by satellite. By the time we get to 2029, we'll have moved away from proprietary, purpose-built network elements to a network that's largely driven by flexible and open software that gives us flexibility to innovate and drive software into the customer experience on a much more dynamic basis. We started this decade in 2020 with a pervasive copper footprint. We will end 2029 exiting copper entirely, and we'll move from a very fragmented IT structure that was built in the history and the legacy of separate companies to one that is a much more simplified, modernized, converged tech stack that gives us the kind of cost structure and flexibility we need. This will indeed have been a significant decade in changing the industry. We're uniquely positioned to be the operator that has an organic path to do all this, to wind up with a scaled, modernized, fiber-based, converged network infrastructure that we've got the right kind of owner economics on. When we invest, we can drive the right kind of growth. We're going to invest about $22 billion a year in this business for the next 3 years. You're going to see consistent growth in service revenues. You're going to see consistent growth in adjusted EBITDA. You're going to see consistent growth in free cash flow. You're going to see us accelerate our adjusted EPS growth. And you're going to see us deliver a business as we exit this decade that is incredibly sustainable and durable and built to win.